About a minute. There's a 28-second gap. And it'll say we're live.
There we go. There we go.
And then at 42 is go live on the butt because there's an 18-second delay.
Flip. How do you flip this? Why is it doing
Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. Lana's been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She's an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you'd like to get in touch with Lana, visit her website at www.enchantedsky, that's skye.com. Give her a call at 608-322-7070. Like, follow, subscribe to her YouTube as she's out there daily, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Today, it's all about balance. Good morning.
Good morning, Kent. How's it going?
I am healthy, happy, and terrific. Thank you for asking.
That good. Everybody sees I'm home again. We all know why, because the gas prices are astronomical. So, but I'm in the process. I just told Kent I am in the process. Remember, I've talked about a healing center. Well, wasn't it funny that I was putting out into the universe, Kent, that I wanted maybe a small business loan,
Right.
And all of a sudden, the government literally emailed me and said, you know what? We have money available. Are you interested in a really low interest rate? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm in the process, like I said, getting my own studio. And I have it here at my house. If you guys don't know, I have a lot of land. I have 5 acres. And I've got a large garage that had been a house, and I don't know what made them convert it, but they did. And so it's like 2,000 square feet. Well, I'm going to convert it back into a business. So yeah. So there you see. So if you see me here at home, it's because I'm in my dining room looking out straight at my horse pasture.
Yeah, nobody should get upset because you don't have the tarot cards behind you. So.
That's right. Oh yeah, exactly. I need my moderator, and I do have somebody that was interested. So by the way, so we'll be getting a moderator here pretty soon.
Good morning, Ida. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying Saturday afternoon in the Netherlands.
Hi, Ida. Yep, my regulars. I see them all coming.
That's
so
yep. Good morning, Anna, Nancy. How is everybody?
How is everybody? I see you all. Hold on. I'm going to hit my.
It's always my fun time. It's like a big club here. I love everybody.
What it is it becomes a tribe. I always call it my tribe. Right. And by the way, for anybody that's wanting to do my true fans, I was on Patreon and I've gone to true fans and I'm setting it up as we speak. So you can join me there and you get a whole bunch of new content, because everybody knows if you've gone on Patreon, it's really hard to use. It just is. And that's why I got off it. Anyway, we're going to talk about balance today, because I really, really think that we need to be all balanced, because I think that that's what's causing our anxiety, that's causing our depression. And I'm going to explain to you, because usually with me, what's going on in my life is kind of what I'm talking about, because I know that I've learned something. I've tried to share it with you guys. So for myself, if you guys didn't know, y'all know if you're following me, because I got some people on TikTok. I don't know if they're following. Anyway, that I recently retired in January. And I've had a lot of my students on here, by the way. There are probably a lot of them on TikTok. Hey, Mrs. Hartgraves, all the time. And I didn't realize, until you really slow down, you guys, you don't realize how out of control it really was. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Because I 31 years of teaching, and I did this full time, and I run a farm, and you know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize I had really taken a toll on my body, you guys. You didn't, because I'm really actually pretty healthy. I'm actually very healthy. I got to lose some weight. Yeah. And I didn't realize it had taken its toll though on my adrenals. Now, if you guys don't know what adrenal fatigue is, it's constantly on alert for years and years and years at a time. We're constantly stressed out, and it's very, very subtle. Sometimes it takes its toll on your liver. It takes its toll on sometimes your kidneys. You don't realize it takes its toll. And also, this is what happens to me. If I get upset at all, I get stressed out at all, my adrenals, my blood sugar goes up, but then it comes right back down. But it goes in. It has to do with my adrenals. And I've been having time to take a look at stuff. And I have a great acupuncturist. Like I told you guys, I had a great acupuncturist, and he's got me on something. He goes, you need sleep. You're not getting any sleep. And it is true. I've always been a sleeper. And by the way, you guys have a Pisces, sun, moon, rising, or north node, and you are a Pisces, you need more sleep than other people. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. So, and I'm a Pisces moon. I just need my sleep. And so he's got me being aware of what to do. And I'm starting to share this with you guys because I found this works. He had this, he's Buddhist. So he is very much into, Buddhist techniques, and he's also an acupuncturist. So Chinese medicine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this all with you guys, thinking that this might help with you. Because we're going, and we don't realize it. So, anyway, so this is some of the things I'm going to tell you guys about. Being superwoman is tiring. Yes, I know. It's true. So what I'm going to go with you guys, I'm going to tell everybody is that pay attention to your signs, your signals in your body. Is your stomach upset? Do you feel stressed and anxious? You can feel it. Your breathing changes. To pay attention. Okay. And some of you might say, I can't stop. Do it. Because you know what? You're not going to realize it's taking the toll that it's taking on your body, you guys. So, and yes, I just had somebody said, are you going to ask me, can we ask questions? Hi guys. Hi from Michigan. Yes, you're in the last 15 minutes, you guys are going to get to, okay, ask questions. All right. But what I'm doing is talking to you about balancing it out, keeping your stress levels low, because it's spiritual too. So, when you start feeling anxious, you know what I mean? You feel it. You can't always describe it exactly, but you don't realize it. But just back off. Say, I'm feeling anxious. Why? Okay, your breathing gets heavier. You go through, through patterns where you kind of, I know I do. Okay. So this is how I came upon this. And I really, really understand this now, because I'm really, you're burned out. See how that was where I was at when I retired. Now Kent knows I was so burned out. And I love my job. I still love teaching. Matter of fact, he was just teasing. He was like, I can't get away from it. I'm still tutoring, and I'm going to be teaching classes. I can't. It's part of who I am. It's even in my chart. There's a spot. Thank you, much needed. You're welcome, Laura. I can't not teach. It's in my chart. Did I ever tell you that when you lay out your chart, you can see if you're a teacher? Not necessarily an educator as in a certified teacher, but you're teaching in some capacity. And I'd have to take a look at it. It's in one of your houses. I'd have to show you guys that. Anyway, and so de-stressing. This is the what I've discovered. Now, I was just telling him 2 days ago, I have a greenhouse. Now, I run a small business out of my greenhouse. I also have plants that are my friends. You guys know what I mean if you're a plant mom. I've got plants that are 35 years old, and I'm not kidding. They are that old. And I got one very large peace lily that was on my father's grave in 2007. So, I've got the plant yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden I get up in the middle of the night and I check, and the heater's gone. The heater's off, and it won't, we blew the fuse and everything. And we didn't know what was going on. And I cried for about 5 minutes. And then I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I was up all night and I brought probably 150 plants in.
Wow.
All hand did it myself. I kept let my husband sleep. Well, what do you think that caused my stress? Right. And I knew I was anxious. I knew I hadn't slept. And I could feel all this. So I was like, oh my God. Ah. But here's the difference. Because I paid attention, I've gotten it back under control. Okay. So this is how I'm doing it. And because I've been working with, I said, a Buddhist who is teaching me about anxiety. So first of all, beware your breathing. If you feel like you're going to feel like, I don't know about you, but do you ever get like a tight feeling sometimes when you're anxious?
Yep.
And you feel like you can't get your breath? Back off and shallow breathe for a few minutes. Do a real shallow and then do a shallow breathe, shallow breathe, shallow breathe. Then start back with the deep breaths. It slows you down. It's what it is. It's slowing you have to, the anxiety is coming from going too fast. Slow down. Okay. So these are some things that the de-stressing that I did. I determined that day you guys had seen me. So if you were watching me on my live that morning, they said I looked terrible. They were like, you don't look good at all. And I'm like, I hadn't slept. My stress levels were up here and my adrenals are messed up. And if you do have adrenal fatigue and you guys want to know what, I can go into a whole, I'm the queen of adrenal fatigue. Trust me. I mean, I've got every symptom. Some doctors say it doesn't exist, but it does. It exists. And what it is you're in fight and flight all the time and it never comes down. And it taxes your adrenals. It affects your kidneys. It affects your liver. It affects your blood sugar, your blood pressure. It does everything. And it comes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And it takes, once you're aware that you have adrenal fatigue, and I can guarantee you 95% of all of you guys I'm talking to have it. Once you're aware of it, you can bring it down, but you have to be aware of it. And this is some of the stuff that I've come upon that's working for me. First of all, I went and got on some really good vitamins. It's called ACHS, and I will put that in my bios. Okay. It's for adrenal fatigue. It's some of the symptoms of adrenal fatigue. Do you feel like you feel like you're not only anxious, but you also feel sometimes like you need like a lot of salt? You ever get that? That's adrenal fatigue. Did you know that?
No.
I always, and I never knew why, I've always been borderline low in salt. Because your adrenals are using salt, sodium. So, yep. So if you kind of see where your salt's kind of weird sometimes, you might have adrenal fatigue. There's lots of different things and I'm going to go over that in the next week or two about adrenal fatigue, because a lot of people don't believe it's real. Now, my acupuncturist is absolutely addressing it. He goes, this has gone on too long. You've had adrenal fatigue since I've known you, and I've known you 5 years. And I said, look at my lifestyle. I'm doing too much, and I know I am. And so now I'm literally able to slow down a little. 2, you can't sleep. Your sleep's off. 3, now caffeine affects you weird. Does caffeine really, really it makes you super wired? Do you understand what I'm saying, Kent? Like some people, I lived on caffeine.
I do, but I'm hyper, so caffeine calms me down, I think it has really effect on me.
That is true. It can do that. Did you know that people who have ADHD, they drink caffeine in the mornings, they'll calm down? Did you guys know that? I bet you guys didn't know that. I'm a special ed teacher. Yes, it does. I
can drink it right before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah. I used to. I can't anymore. I just can't. And drink. I can't have any caffeine at all. My adrenals are so messed up now. So and the doctors told me, he goes, you have to keep your stress as low as you can for about 18 months to heal your adrenals so they work properly. And he goes, I can guarantee that your blood, because my blood sugar does this and it'll come back down. It's all over the place. That's the only thing wrong, but that's adrenal fatigue. So what I did is I'm slowly balancing myself out with some really good herbs. I'm taking a couple of different things, to keep my blood sugar from spiking when I'm stressed. And I'll be putting that in bios and stuff. I do have, did I tell you I have somebody that's writing my transcripts for me now.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. So that's why I said I've expanded. So anyway, so some of the ways to de-stress, like physically distress, is I determined that was what was wrong. That my adrenals were messed up again. So the day I got up, and I literally got up, I had my coffee, and I do work. I'm only working a few hours a day, but after work, I literally sat down in one spot and didn't move for about 12 hours. Now, normally I'm going and going and going and going and going because I'm a Sag and, but I felt that I really needed that. I'm listening to myself. And also I took a little melatonin and I got sleep. Sleep is the number one way to battle adrenal fatigue. A lot of people don't know that. And we all know we're not sleeping right. As a society, we're not sleeping right. We know that. So that's why we're, and if you don't get to adrenal exhaustion, which that's what I have is adrenal exhaustion, your adrenals just don't work anymore. So that's what's causing my blood sugar problems. And you put a lot of weight on, blah, blah, blah. And which I have. And if you knew how I ate, I'm so careful with everything I eat, but it's adrenal fatigue. So
Michael says the whole world must have adrenal stress right now. It's crazy out there.
It's crazy out there, isn't it? And like I said, I'm a huge exerciser. I love to exercise. Mm-hmm. And I just took 12 hours and I came home from work and I made my dinner. And I know some of us can't do that because we've got kids. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this. I sat down though, and I didn't get out of my spot. I told my husband, you go cook your own food. I'm done. I'm not getting out of my chair again. That's it. And it brought me down and I could feel. Now, some people do meditation. I do meditation. Meditation every morning helps a lot. A lot. So I have a lot of people that say, I don't know how to meditate. Now I'm going through all this on purpose because meditation, when you're doing it right, because it's like you're gone off the planet for a few minutes. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know what keep working on it, it'll get better. When I first started meditating, I did it during yoga when they do that relaxing thing at the end, where you get a comfortable pillow and it will immediately relieve the adrenal fatigue, but you have to just practice. I mean, I can tell now when my adrenals are messed up. So keep meditating, keep doing it. Some people, I can't do it. I can't. Relax. You can do it. Okay. Also, you might even try some self-hypnosis. If you guys don't know what that is, I have people that are afraid of hypnosis, by the way. I'm a hypnotist. And that they don't understand that you're just talking to your higher self. You're not asleep and you're not going to quack like a duck or, run around like a chicken or, it's not like that. You do know that in hypnosis, nobody can make you cluck like a chicken unless you want to cluck like a chicken. Okay. They don't realize that they're willing to do it. If you don't want to do that, you're not going to, and and you can still be hypnotized. I have so many people that are afraid of it. And I'm like, don't be afraid of it.
Yeah. You're in total control.
Yeah. You're just talking to your higher self. Yeah. So just remember that it's your higher self that you've connected to. Okay. So
Joanne, I'm going to interrupt. Joanne, good morning, says, I had a reading with you about a month ago. I'm very pleased with you. All your predictions. You gave me direction and peace.
Oh, good. Thank you, Joanne. I thank you when I get some confirmation because I'm always, I'm still human, guys.
That's it.
Like I was just telling Kent that, people have a tendency to take advantage of me. I mean, I'm also Pisces moon, so I want to help everybody. But at the same point, I've got to learn and see that causes adrenal fatigue because it's resentment. You can't be holding that. You've got to let go of it. And everybody's like, that's, part of adrenal fatigue. Yep. Okay. So you understand, but I'm going to be going through the symptoms of adrenal fatigue. And I can guarantee, I would say almost everybody listening to me has it. But yet in the medical field, the professional medical field, in Western medicine, they say it doesn't exist. Eastern medicine says it's been around for thousands of years. They know. And when I do get my acupuncture, one of my main acupuncture places is right there. He knows I'm a psychic. And he puts it right there.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. This is Metaphysical Meanderings here on 216 The Net. And as usual, we've got Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. Now, we're talking about balance today. And so that we want to balance the show, we got about 12 minutes before we can open it up and ask questions, quick questions and pointed questions to Lana. But here's what I'd ask during this time as you're listening. Go out to her Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, like, follow, subscribe to her. Visit us on 216thenet.com because we also have some Lisa Eflin to put together a few self-hypnosis programs out there that you can go out and purchase and use to help kind of balance yourself too.
Yes.
And stick around because we'll have a bunch of Lana's swag and stuff out there for purchase as well.
Yes, I'm going to be. Don't worry. I've only been retired a month and a half. I've got quite a bit going. So anyway, for the people that don't know on my TikTok, go if you want to see my screen. I'm on 5 screens. And so that you understand, I'm on a podcast station, 216thenet.com. What does 216 the net mean? Because I know what it means, but could you explain it? Because we've had a lot of people ask.
Yep. So it's biblical. So it's John 21:6. It's the disciples were fishing, trying to fish their way all night, didn't catch a fish. In the morning, Jesus said, "Hey, throw the net on the other side," and they caught so many fish about tore their nets. So the idea is in life we are doing one thing always, and we think it's going to work. Maybe if we just try something just a little bit different and have faith in that, it will work.
There you go. Yeah. And you're also becoming fishers of men.
Yes.
Through the net.
So
yeah. So this is based, even though people say that I'm evil because I'm psychic. Everybody knows I can show you 8 different passages in the Bible that says I'm not. But anyway.
I will say this. She's not evil, but you don't want to piss her off.
Okay, fine. We've had
Marissa says, Lana is great at timing. She is spot on. She has been guiding me for a year at least, and everything she saw for me happened as she said it would.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you.
It's a real deal.
Well, this is what I figured. Now remember, this is metaphysical meandering. So if you ever see how I'm off subject a little, that's why we call it metaphysical meanderings. But just remember that I know people are watching. And I've had where people have just recently called and said, I've been watching you 2 years and I see you're accurate. And that's why I called. That is why they do that. Because I don't care. Like after I get off here today, I have to tape all of you guys' finance and career readings. So I post them for free on YouTube. So make sure you're on my YouTube. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, because I just understand this adrenal fatigue thing. And I'm the queen. I'm like, and I'm so like a case study because it's like, it's so for me. And now that I'm off and backed off and can see, I'm able to control it. And I fixed it, brought all my numbers right back down, right? Everything just came right back down. One is I de-stressed. I did downtime. I said, you know what? Nobody's going to bother me. I'm going to do, if I want to go do a little bit of meditating, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I did. So, and I had somebody on here on TikTok, making some really good suggestions about the meditation, that some people say that all these thoughts are coming, kind of like they keep coming. You don't react to them. See, let the thoughts come. But the difference is you're not reacting to them. You just say, oh, you have a lot to do. Yeah. Okay. Let it go. Let the next thought come through. Oh, you know what? You forgot to pay your bills today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll get to it later. Maybe make a note. Okay. You see, there's a difference here. There's no up and down, and it's not creating the stress on your adrenals. Okay. So, I got a lot of people that they're, there's such nervousness with everything in Ukraine going on. There's so much, what if, but I will tell you, like I said, my predictions, and does it make sense now? Maybe, Kent, I said the next 4 years. They kept telling me when I did my predictions back in January 7th, I think we did them. or is it 9th? It was something like that. If you scroll back onto YouTube, you'll see my metaphysical meanderings and my podcast where my predictions came through. And they said for 4 years. I think that that's because there's involvement, worldwide, global involvement in the Ukraine. It's going to grow. So, and didn't I say that I said there would be food shortages? And there is. They're shipping food now as we speak. And I kept saying that it's going to get worse. And we're going to end up with quite a few refugees here.
You actually predicted that one back in March of 2021.
2021. Yeah, I thought so. So I was over a year. And remember, I just repeat what they tell me. It's not that so I just repeat what my guides and my people from the other side are telling me. So anyway, so once you do your downtime, you can feel when you're right. You know what I'm saying? You can feel when you needed that downtime, and be like, well, I can't. Okay. You're going to get to a point. I'm healthy, right? There's something really wrong with me and my liver, and the liver actually is directly connected to the adrenals. So there's something, and it's in a process of healing now, but we could never figure out what it was. What's wrong with me? I mean, other than that, I'm extremely healthy. What's wrong? It's stress. You don't realize what kind of stress takes on your insides, your inner organs, your kidneys, your liver, your stomach, and we know stomach because that is obvious. You will get an ulcer. But what about the liver? Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, so after I did my downtime, I did do your hobby time. If you don't have a hobby, pick up a hobby. Actually, I always told my husband has no hobbies. Did I ever tell you that? He doesn't. He just doesn't. His hobby is the TV. And I always laugh at him because here's me, Miss Hobby. I'm like, I do my horses. I got my plants. I got my art. I do this psychic stuff. Astrology is my hobby. I mean, I make astrology part of my business, but it's a hobby too. And it's like fun. And so I'm always doing something. I always said that my job got in the way of my hobbies. So find something you love. Like I also joined a book club, although I didn't get the book done, but it's okay. I tried. So go ahead, do your hobbies. It's just such a stress. I don't know about you, but if you guys are artists like myself, painters, oh, thank you. Somebody said we love watching you. Oh, thank you. Where am I from? Oh, I'm up north somewhere. That's what they said. Do I have an accent? They tell me I have an accent. We don't have an accent, do we?
Not up here, eh?
I have a Chicago accent, actually, because I don't have a Wisconsin accent. No, it's more Chicago. Yeah. I'm from Wisconsin, on the Wisconsin-Illinois border. I'm an hour and a half northwest of Chicago. So, and my podcast station is in suburban Chicago. So, yeah. All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So, do your spiritualism, do your praying. Do your, spiritual bonding, with whatever spirit, I'm never judging anybody. I don't care what religion you are. Even if you're an atheist, you're still spiritual. Did you know that? I used to think that wasn't true. Then I did a lot of soul searching and realized that the spirituality is evident in all humans. It doesn't matter what your belief system is. There's still a spirituality about it. So go hug a tree. Remember, we've talked about that before, Kent. You will feel better. I want you go camping. Did you guys know that I've told you this so many times? If you sleep on the ground, that's what camping does. It resets you. It does a reset. The ground absorbs negative energy. That's why you feel more calm when you've been out camping out in the woods. Go hug a tree. Go dig in the dirt. Did you know that dirt, and I've said these many times, I'm going to say them again, dirt releases serotonin in your brain. That's why gardening is the #1 hobby in the world. It literally releases serotonin. Connections to earth, So with that said, and what else? Do your social time. Go out, have a drink with some friends, Go sit and go visit a friend's house. When we were kids, Kent, did you used to just show up at people's houses when you were a kid? My parents, when we were kids, and that is where he and I are pretty much the same age. My parents would put us in the car and say, "We're gonna go. We're just gonna go somewhere," and then we would just stop in. And you were so glad to see people. You didn't call. You didn't make appointments to see your friends. You just showed up and come on in, we'll make you some dinner. Come on. We need to get back to that because the love of that, the love that you felt from your friends and your family, that they were happy to see you, the connection. We need to go back to that.
Yeah.
Now, I do that to my kids. I do that. I'll just show up. I won't tell them, hey, what you doing? Guess who's here? I do that. And my grandkids are glad to see me, blah, blah, blah. And, and we need to get back to that though. There's a spirituality to that. Okay, you guys. So, also, gratitude. Be grateful for what you got. Be grateful for what you have every single day. It helps bring down your stress levels. They've proven that in studies.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, walk around. I've got a sign up here, and I know you can't see it, but I love sayings. If you ever walk around my house, there's sayings all over because I just like them. And even on the back of my car, right, there's sayings all over. I still can remember the days I prayed for what I now have, and that's the sign I have.
That's awesome.
Because I think back, this is exactly what I've always wanted. My farm is exactly what I wanted, and I've been very, very blessed. And I appreciate everybody out there. I just have to be grateful. I'm very, very grateful. And also doing something for others. Do something nice and don't tell anybody. Go to the Starbucks, pay for somebody behind you. You know what I did? I quit doing that. What I did is I gave my Starbucks person a $10 tip, $15 tip. Just give something nice and don't ask for anything in return. And don't put like sometimes people donate stuff and they put their names on stuff. I don't. I just freely do it. There's something very spiritual and very healing about all that. Yep. Okay. So it's about that time, right? Because I know I'm getting these things going. Are you? Yeah. Yeah.
It is time to ask the psychic. Here's what we need to do, though. We need to make sure that it is a very pointed question. Just don't, hey, can I get a prediction, or is somebody talking to me? So like Sap has right now, my TV went on by itself. Was that my dad?
Is your dad a little bit bigger guy with a bit of a tummy? Ask me. That's the person that did it.
That could have been me.
We had a family member die. It was a very, very close family. It was the best man of my daughter's wedding, and he was only 33, and he had heart disease, and they didn't know he had a heart condition. Went to bed and didn't wake up, and it was like a week ago too. And I had his whole family here reading for them. That was a nice experience, and for the last couple days. One of my, you know how the fire alarms will go off, they'll beep when they need a battery.
Yep.
It kept going off all night for like 2 days. We walk over and it's freaking unplugged.
Oh, jeez.
Well, and I said to him, I'm like, Mark, knock it off. I need some sleep. And you know what? I never heard it again.
Never heard it again.
So
Sab says yes. Yes, that sounds like his dad. Yep.
It is? Okay, that's who's doing it, dear. Yep.
All right. Cusp of Sensitivity says, hi, Lana. Will we find Ricky or is he gone?
Explain to me, Ricky. Who is that? I need to know just a little more. Okay. I don't understand the question. If I don't understand, it's hard for me to respond because I might give you a completely different answer because I don't understand. So let me know, get back to me and let me know who Ricky is. Okay. All right. Jenny, when will you get answers about your health? Jenny, you already know. You've already gotten some answers, the last little bits in the next 3 weeks. You're going to know more what you need to do to make yourself better. Okay. All right.
Our good friend Michael Farr says, Lana, I've been on the hunt for a new job for a while, a year. My current job seems to be in smooth period where I'm feeling a little better. I just don't trust my current boss. Any advice?
Don't do it. Nope. You got to look for a new job. Nope. I don't know why. It's a really, really strong. Don't trust them. Okay. I feel like they will cut their nose off to spite their face. I just don't I don't like the feel of that. Okay. No. And by the way, you guys, if I'm making another video on my YouTube, March to May is huge for everybody. It's just, it's transformational. It's Very, very lucky. So if take a look on your charts, go to Astro Cafe. Oh, by the way, did I tell you, Kent, that I'm making my own Astro Cafe where you can find your
Oh,
own?
you mentioned that to me. Yes.
Yes, I have a friend that's doing it, and he wants to connect with me. So keep watching because there'll be a new place for you to go. You can look up your chart. You can see your circles and your trines and all of that. And go to it, and in your house there should be a Pisces. So one Roman numerals 1 to 12. Find out where that is. That's where your luck resides. Because right now Jupiter's in Pisces, extremely expansive and lucky. So just remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Back to this. Okay, hold on. I'm looking, you guys. I'm trying. TikTok rolls so fast. It's really hard to read the questions sometimes. So, are you on the path of your job, Dakota? Yes, but you're going to take a slight jog. Okay, go ahead.
Christopher Trevino says, "How does Jackson feel about me? Should I stay or leave?"
Stay and try to work it out.
There you go.
Stay and try to work it out. I don't know if it's going to, but I'm going to say you're going to give it a good shot. Okay.
Right. May Kopanen. I don't know. Someday I'll learn that. Right. Hello, May. All right. Hello, Lana. Can you see any good news related to work coming to me?
I want to say it's going to pretty much stay the same, but you might have an uptick here if you make a couple changes in around May. You have to make the changes. Okay.
Got it.
Pula, will your thyroid issues improve? I know all about thyroid. Trust me, I'm being tested for that. I feel like it's not going to get worse. I don't know if it's going to get better, but it's not going to get worse. It's going to get a level. Okay, go ahead.
Desiree, good morning. I'm thinking about doing my own podcast. However, I'm trying to find a niche that had not been done. Something like woman trauma, woman empowerment, interview women politicians.
Ooh, that would be good, Desiree. I know Desiree pretty well. I know she's been looking for that. Something to do with women. We've discussed that before. Yes, that will work for you. It would be really a good thing. So strong women. Women empowering other women. We're our biggest. We tear each other down more than we. We accuse men of being patriarchal, but we're worse to each other than anything. So just remember that. Okay.
Hey, reach out to us. Let's talk. All right.
Carol, is there anything I can need to work on about myself? I feel like you definitely need patience. No offense. I didn't mean to offend you. Patience is, I think we're all working on that. I also feel like quit being such a nice person and put your foot down. You're learning boundaries. And by the way, I did want to say this because remember, I'm studying astrology. And right now also, Scorpio, Pluto's in Scorpio. Well, it's been coming in and out of all kinds of different places because it's finally coming around. And it was in Scorpio and it started some new stuff. But right now, your Scorpio has to do with boundaries. A lot of people are learning right now how to put up their boundaries positively and a way to just not cut somebody off, but to say, it's enough. So just be careful of your boundaries. Okay.
Cool. PT Chris One says, will I be financially stable in the future?
Yes. You have to decide to put I would like to actually look at your chart. I'd have to take a look at your chart because I'm feeling like it's not heavy with earth. And earth people with earth charts have like Taurus or, like that. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo are usually good with money. Money is like a theme to their life. And I feel like it's not for you. And so you're trying to learn that. What if you're a Taurus North Node? You need to tell me more about you because a Taurus North Node is learning how to make money spiritually. I am a Taurus North Node. So that kind of sums me up, right? So let you know on that. Okay. So what else we got?
Beautiful. A good Solig Sunny says, Lana, after our discussion, I know I'm on the right path with this partnership with the mental and behavior health counseling practice.
I told you were, Solig. You are going to be okay. We just got to make this little bump in the road. You're going to be great. This was given to you. This was given to you by God. I told you that.
That's awesome.
You trust me. Okay.
MJW says, Lana, does Joanne have messages for me?
Joanne. Okay, what is their name? Let me see.
MJW.
Okay. I have to study that because there's stuff coming through, but it's like there's like lots and lots and lots of stuff coming through. And she knows me. She's one of my followers. You'd have to talk to me about that. Text me later because it's an odd. What I have to say is like I would ramble. I don't know if that makes sense, but to let you know. Okay. Oh, thank you. Some of these people are like, is Doug the one for me? No offense. You've got somebody. I mean, you might be in an extended relationship with this person, but eventually a person's if you're married to this person, you're gonna be remarried. If you're in a relationship, you're gonna have another one. Just thought I'd tell you that. Okay.
There we go. Right. Terry T, what is the guy have a crush on? The intention. What is his intentions?
He likes you back. He's got kind of a crush on you too. How you want to react to that is how you want to react to that. Remember, when you call me for reading, I will never, ever tell you what to do.
Correct.
I have so many people, Kent, that call me and say, tell me what to do. I want to, because they're used to being, I had like a couple of friends couple of readers that are in the Army. Well, what have they been done their whole lives? Told what to do. Well, This is your life. I cannot create karmic debt for myself by telling you what to do. I will say, this is what they're showing me. You make your own decision.
Yep.
I will never reach out to on TikTok because I've got a couple people that are posing as me. So just remember, I think they've quit because I keep posting every day. Yep. There's people that are, toxic people that are posing as me. And I think they've quit now. I haven't heard any more. So you guys, and I even know their name. Like they actually were a follower of mine. So they're posing as me. So go figure. Anyway. Okay, wait, hold on.
Sometimes they only taste.
Well, how do you set up a reading, Dakota? Go to enchantedsky.com. SKY.
Yep.
And you can get a 15-minute, a 30-minute, a 60-minute, like that. Okay. So that way they're not too expensive. I'm told by most of the people I talk to that I'm extremely cheap because most people are charging double what I charge. So, okay.
Nice. Yesenia says, will my financial circumstances improve?
Yeah, but not until like maybe around September, October. Okay.
Here's an interesting one. I'm seeing lots of 11:11, 21:21, 15:15 in the timer of my mobile screen. What does it mean? What should I do with that info? A lot of
Ida, you're leveling up. You know what I'm talking about? Spiritually, you're leveling up. So just thought I would she's a follower. I know. So a lot of you guys I do know personally. So I see your names come across and I know you guys. And it's funny because to let you know, because I am getting my PhD in metaphysical counseling. I'm also a counselor. So you don't just get a psychic reading, you're getting counseling. And anyway, when people call me, I don't remember a thing. When you when I put that phone down, you don't hear a thing. You don't see a thing. I see nothing either. And I'm just done. You have time to ponder and everything. But if you call me back, I will remember exactly what was said. I don't know why. It's like I closed the door because it's private.
Sure.
So yeah. And by the way, if you do call me enough, you go onto my speed dial. Because what happens is sometimes like I'm out in my garden, I'm out with my horses. If I see a phone number I know, sometimes I'll pick the phone up and they'll hear my horses neighing and stuff. Like, where are you? And I'm like, I just am talking to you. What's up? You got like a 10 minutes? Sure. Sometimes you get them for free. It depends on what I'm doing, who you are. If I know you really well, I might just pick up the phone. It might be free. It's not all about the money. I just have to remember I have to feed horses. You have to know they are not cheap. So that's really where all this money that I'm making is going to make sure my farm is taken care of. My healing center is running. My goats, my horses, my chickens, my dogs, and my cats are all taken care of. That's really what I'm worried about. So anyway, go ahead.
Anna says, my girlfriends are moving to Texas next Wednesday. When am I going to go visit them?
It probably will be over the summer, probably about June or July.
Nice.
Okay. Kate, will I be selected for an interview for my new job? Yes, but you have more than one, right? There's more than one job. It's not just that one. There's something else too. I think you get to choose. You get to make your choice. So, okay.
Marissa, good morning, says Lana. when do you see me working in and doing what? Just resigned as you
I know. I just resigned as you predicted. You couldn't take it anymore, Marissa. You can make it. You can, because we've talked about this. It'll take you. Start applying now. It's going to take you a little longer than a month. Okay, it's been like about 6 weeks, but it's going to be a lot lower stress. And I really think you might take one job for just a little while and then get the one you really want. Okay.
There you go. And everybody, we're running to the backside of the show. If we didn't get to your question, please reach out to Lana at www.enchantedsky.com. It's SKYE, and book a reading with her, and she'll get to it. You please understand, we've got hundreds of thousands of people dialed in across all social medias and everything. And a lot of energy here. So here's a good one to end on. Great show, Lana and Kent. Lana, do you see people in the United States coming together and stopping the bickering? Thanks,
yes,
Nancy.
I predicted it. Remember, I predicted it. I said that we had no choice because we're going to have a common enemy. That's all I'm going to say. And that's going to bring us together to fight for good. And I still said that it was going to, remember I said in my predictions in January that I saw all of the politicians reaching across the aisle and shaking hands.
That's right.
Because we don't have a choice. It's either that or we fall apart. And I think everybody's starting to realize that now. Because if you start talking to some people, you're going to start seeing, I'm starting to see a change with some of these gung-ho right-wing and left-wing people. They're coming, they're kind of pushing a little more to the middle to meet. I don't know how else to describe that. But that's what I'm seeing. So, yeah.
All right. For all of us here at 21.6 The Net, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining Metaphysical Meanderings. Visit Lana at www.enchantedsky.com. Like, follow, subscribe to her YouTube, TikTok, and everything else. Until next week, be good, but be good to each other.
Bye, Charisma.